What is up, everyone? Matt back for another real review, and I'm joined by the Boston badass herself, Paige for Betty. Paige, how you doing today?
Oh, so lovely. I mean, we're talking about possibly one of my favorite films of the year. So I feel like we should just get right into it.
I can understand where that feeling's coming from because we are here to talk to you about none other than Poor Things, the latest Yorgos. I don't want to massacre his last name. Paige, take over for me, Phil.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Thank you. The latest Yorgos Lanthimos film, and I'm excited because this is a one weird, trippy ride.
I mean, honestly, the best way to describe this film is it's like brilliantly bizarre and like horny, but like bonkers, uh
So self-aware, and
Frankenstein like film that it's something like you've never seen before. Let's
yes,
put it that way.
it is very much a film that is a journey. The entire thing is a journey of self-discovery, but it
Mhm,
also kind of uses sex as its vehicle, which
mhm.
is very interesting.
Yes. So I guess that will be a little spoiler. If you're down for sex, then you got plenty of it in this film. But yeah, no, this film is definitely it's a really like fairy tale esque exploration on like rebirth and like that offers like a beautifully like deranged portrait of like what it means to be not only like a human but like a woman in society in this like fairy tale like world that kind of really does resemble like society that we live in today of like men trying to control women and such like that. But like the idea this film goes with is like so unique and its idea like it puts its like the idea like on its head and it's just not what you will expect it all to be.
No, and the only hint I'll give is think Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Uh, this film took me for a trip because as I've done the reviewing and everything the last couple years, I've purposely tried to stop watching trailers as much unless I'm doing like a big tentpole trailer reaction that I'm
Mhm.
posting on here because those are like you can't avoid those. Those are everywhere. They're on social media. But like for smaller films like this or a The Boys on the Boat, which my review will drop sometime next week for stuff like that, I tend to either avoid the trailer 100% or don't watch it until the day of so I don't have this built up months of
Mhm.
anticipation for it. I know you saw this at New York Film Festival.
I
I
did.
saw this back in early November. Um, and in a way, like similar to Barbie, it's just stuck with me. Because what our main character goes through is just in the words, unbelievable, insane. You honestly wouldn't see it coming. Uh,
Yeah, like that was a good reference. Like it is very it's not similar to Barbie at all in the sense of like story-wise, but this film will stick with you because of its like magnificent like costumes and like oh,
mm-hmm.
it's set designs. Like the steampunk like set designs are like brilliant. The colors in this film like pop just like in
Yes,
Barbie.
they do.
And
And
yeah, like you said, like Emma Stone, my God,
yes,
deserves all the praise. If this woman does not have the Oscar already have her name engraved into it, I don't know what the Academy is doing because no before men or anyone else in this world, this performance is the best performance of the year. I think it because it's so zany and out there, but she like breathes life into this like odd, wacky character that you can kind of relate to in a sense, which is something you wouldn't think, but you definitely can of her journey of discovery.
yeah, and that's the one way where it is similar to Barbie because it is this journey of self discovery and
Mhm.
figuring out who you are and what your place is in this
Exactly.
world. And to me, this is right. I still got her and Margot Robbie neck and neck. I can't really decide who is the better performance. Barbie's still my number one film of the year, but
Same.
this is probably. I know the Critics' Choice Awards nominations came out earlier today, and this was all just had his fingerprints all over them, and it's totally understandable why. This is probably my top 10. Funny enough, my top 10 was like 6 or 7 out of the 10 nominated for Best Picture, which to a certain degree, I guess, tells you what kind of year it was where in film.
I agree with that. I mean, same here. I feel like a lot of us this year will have very similar top tens, but
And it's just
I
going to
think
be
that's just
different
because
places.
the films that are the best of the year are really like some of the favorites of the year as well. I
Yes.
mean, like this film, like in a lot of the films that are the best of the year, have such like strong commentary on different themes in a sense. Like this one
Yeah.
alone, like self-discovery, like feminism,
Feminism.
like patriarchy, like it's
Yes.
just stuff that a lot of people can relate to and go into watching a brilliantly insane weird movie, but also walk away with the themes like touching you in a way that you would not have expected walking out of. Just similar, like kind of like you said with Barbie.
Yeah.
And I keep going back to Barbie, but it's just because we love that movie, and I think we both love this movie
Yes,
because
we do. And I,
hot damn.
I'll be shocked. As much sex and nudity that's in this, I was shocked it wasn't rated NC-17.
Yeah.
It feels like Emma Stone is nude more than half the movie. But I want to talk besides her performance. I want to talk about Mark Ruffalo and Willem Dafoe
Yes.
because Ruffalo is just fantastically devilish and hilarious and idiotic. And I couldn't.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. I don't think I've ever seen him play a role like this before.
Right.
And my God, he is magnificent in the movie. Like he is so like cheesy, but like hilarious. I've never seen him this funny ever. Like all the performances in this film are spectacular. Like I wouldn't be surprised if him and Willem Dafoe both get nominated for supporting actor here because they both bring two entirely different things to their roles,
Yep.
but their characters are able to stand alone, like on their own in this film,
And I
and
think
supporting Emma so much, which I think elevates her performance as well.
you nailed it on the head because speaking about Willem Dafoe, he plays this father character. He is
Slash mad scientist.
yes, he is the Dr. Frankenstein. But he's actually got a heart of gold on the inside. And it's weird because similar to, I guess you can compare his character to the Phantom of the Opera if the Phantom just showed his face all the time. Scarred, deformed, messed up face. But he's out there. Everyone calls him a monster. He lives with it. And he just is more than meets the eye. He's so kind and caring and only looking out for her best interests to the point where even when she makes the decision that she's going to go off and explore this world, whether he likes it or not, he just accepts it. And he's like, okay, I gotta let her go.
He's a father letting his chicken leave the nest. Like, and this film, it's so cinematically like, what the fuck?
Yes.
But it's also at the same time like such an exhilarating, like hilarious, horny, funny, but like meaningful film that I feel like a lot of people will walk away with being like, I had no idea that Emma Stone, Willem Dafoe, even though Willem Dafoe does weird anyways so well, but like, and Mark Ruffalo could be in a film like this and it be so like astonishing because it really is, from the performances to the writing to the directing by Yorgos. Like, to me personally, I think this is my favorite film of his. And if you haven't seen a Yorgos film, then you are in for a treat because this film is like next level his style of directing.
Yeah. And funny enough, I've only seen one other Yorgos film compared to the Boston Badass over here,
Yes.
where she's seen most of his library, and I've seen the one film she hasn't seen.
Yeah.
And
which is probably most like
yes.
this film, so I probably need to see it.
And funny enough, it was my favorite film of that year. This one isn't quite there, but I feel like if this came out that year, I can say I love this film more than his other film that I've seen. And the other film I've seen is The Favorite, and The Favorite was my favorite movie of that year. This is just incredible. I I can't stop thinking about it. The visuals, the cinematography, the set decoration and design is just so
Mhm.
gorgeous.
The
Well,
colors, man, they just like pop. And you feel like you're walking into a fairy tale like book. Like
yes,
that's the vibe that this film gives, and it's like stunning. It's like
yes.
spectacular. Like you're gonna walk away from this film and just be like the dimensions, like it feels real, but it's like fairy tale like, and it just
Even though the
ah,
places they are going to are also real places, real
mhm,
cities, and it's just this fantastical view and look at those cities, and that was
mhm.
fantastic. The direction is on point, and I guess funny enough, we're probably towards the end of this. I know you and I agreed on the rating. So for those of you who want to know, our both of us rated this film a 4.5 out of 5.
Yes.
Paige, why did you give it a point 0.5 docking?
Honestly, what helped elevate this film so much was I had no idea what I was going like walking into this like screening at the New York Film Festival. I had no idea what to expect from this film. I know Yorgos is a very like zany, imaginative director, but I didn't know what he could bring to the table with this Frankenstein-esque story. And just like seeing it with my own eyes, my first reaction was I was blown away from like powerhouse performances, like the steampunk like set designs, the colors, the aesthetic, the direction, everything. Like this film literally has it all. Well, it does a little bit kind of in the second act, like drag a little bit, becomes a little bit repetitive. It it like sweeps it all up and wraps up the story so beautifully that like I would watch another film, like sequel or a spin-off of this world because it was just so astonishing. And you're just literally gonna walk away and be like, this is like your eyes will be bleeding from how like beautiful this film is.
Yes. Similar situation here. The second act, for the most part, anything on the boat. The boat was probably the weakest portion of the movie to me, and that's probably the weakest part actually in general to me because
Yeah.
uh, when when she first leaves on this journey and whatnot, when they're in cities and she's exploring
Mhm.
and everything and experiencing life, that was interesting to me. When she's on this boat and kind of just stuck here, and all she's doing for the most part, outside of making one major decision that impacts the film greatly and how it
Mhm.
goes forward greatly, is making a couple friends. That's it. Like, I,
Yeah, I mean, just Emma Stone's character, Bella Baxter, what she's able to do, like there is a twist, I guess, in the film at some point that
yes,
is like revealed. If you read, this is also based on a book, so if you read that, like it is, you might be curious to see like how they adapt that on screen in a sense. But this film really is about like, in a sense, like the rebirth of like second chances at living a life. And so, kind of take that what you will with a grain of salt with what I'm saying, but this film is just something with its themes and like what it means to be like a woman and like reborn and patriarchy and all of this. Like it comes together so nicely, and the vision that Yorgos Lanthimos has with this film is just oh, mwah, it's stunning. I think it may not be for everyone, but if you love his films and you love Emma Stone, then this film is for you because my God, this woman is walking away with the Oscars, hand down.
but honestly, I have nothing else I can add because I agree with a lot of what you're saying. So I just want to know, what do you guys think? Have you seen this film? I know it's out in limited markets such as New York and
LA.
LA right now, and then it's a slight expansion this weekend, and then the wide expansion is Christmas weekend now.
Yes,
So
go see this on Christmas Day with your family. This is definitely the Christmas movie of the year.
there's quite a few movies to see over the next few weeks. I'll say that. But if you haven't already, be sure to also go check out my review for Wonka because that beautiful film came out. This comes out this weekend, so be sure to check that out, and also check out Watt Real Gaming over on our Twitch channel. For that, it is literally just twitch.tv/WattReelEnt, like it's spelled up in that top corner right there. And that's where Taylor goes, and I go on occasion, and Connor goes on occasion. We do Twitch streams, and then our VODs go live onto the Watt Gaming YouTube channel. And clips, Taylor's been doing a fantastic job with those clips, so check those out. But Paige, where can the good people find you?
Yeah, guys, check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Front Page News 9. Check out all my upcoming reviews and old reviews and review of poor things at Bite Size Breakdown. You can follow us on all social media platforms, and check out our website, bitesizebreakdown.com. And thank you, Maddie Boy.
Always
I'm glad we love this movie.
Yes. And as always, you can find me here on the Twitch, all that fun stuff. So signing off, I'm Matt. That was the Boston Badass, Paige for Betty, and we'll see you next time.